Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com, here with some thoughts on the upcoming fight between Antonio DeMarco and Jorge Linares. Now, before I go further, just remember the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. I like the favorite in this fight. I like Jorge Linares. I believe that Tony DeMarco is too long. In other words, he's a taller fighter, slightly, but he fights too tall. He needs too much space to operate. I don't think that DeMarco is good enough inside. I don't think he moves well enough. He looks like a big lumbering guy. I don't think he's agile enough to keep up with Jorge Linares. I don't think he can match the hand speed or the foot speed against Jorge Linares. Not only that, I thought that he backed out of his fight, gave up in the middle of the fight against Edwin Valero, who he had a sizable reach advantage on and height advantage when Valero upped the volume. And when you look back at his biggest fights, in my opinion, they're less than scintillating. His fight against Kid Diamond, that's his big claim to fame. He shatters Diamond's nose. It's Kid Diamond's last fight in his professional career, and DeMarco shattered Diamond's nose. But here's the kicker. At the, literally going into the last round of that fight, and Diamond retired on his stool, hasn't boxed since, but going into the last round of that fight, Al Bernstein, who was one of the ringside commentators, actually had that fight a draw. In other words, DeMarco, quite frankly, didn't really distance himself from Kid Diamond. I think there's a tendency after a fight to give the winner a lot of credit, even when that winner nicked it. Didn't really dominate at all. Not only that, Kid Diamond quit in his corner. It wasn't like Kid Diamond got knocked out. I know DeMarco has a punch, but just understand, against elite competition, it's a little bit suspect. I saw DeMarco fight once. It was close, where he hit the guy, arguably fouled the guy. The guy hit the canvas, then the guy strategically decided to stay on the canvas. I guess the guy thought that he was going to get DeMarco disqualified. Instead, the referee counted his opponent out and gave DeMarco the win. When you look on DeMarco's record, that's in the books as a knockout, even though, quite frankly, as I watched the fight, I thought the fight was up for grabs before the theatrics at the end of it. So I'm a bit of a DeMarco skeptic. Now, Linares does have one loss, and that loss was devastating. He got caught, he got knocked out by a guy, I believe it was Salgado, years ago, right? So there are questions about Linares' chin, but there can be no question whatsoever about his foot speed, his hand speed, his overall technical brilliance. This guy's a technician. He has fought against some of the best in sparring. In fact, online right now, there is a tape of Linares sparring against Manny Pacquiao at the Wildcard Gym. They have spliced the tape together in such a way that you can't tell who was getting the upper hand, but the point is, according to reports, Linares certainly held his own. He's much faster than Tony DeMarco, much more agile. I think he's going to be able to literally overpower Tony DeMarco. I like Jorge Linares in this one. There's an excellent fight online that's not spliced together. It's Jorge Linares against Adrian Verdugo. It's his last fight, and you actually see the kind of compact, quick combination punching that Linares is capable of. I think Linares is an elite fighter. I think he takes this one. I would straddle it, though, with DeMarco by KO, simply because Linares did get stopped in the first round in his only loss, and DeMarco does have a punch. So I like Linares to win this fight, straddled against Tony DeMarco by KO. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments for us here on YouTube. Visit us at gamblersadvisory.com. Thanks for watching.